Hello everyone, welcome back in my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to learn about loop, what is loops, and we are in our Python playlist. Let's talk about the mo loops. This is the most important concepts in Python, and loops are a fundamental part of programming because they allow us to repeat a block of code multiple times without writing it over and over again manually. Imagine you want to print numbers from 1 to 100. So instead of writing 100 print statements like print 1 or print 2 and print 3, so it will take forever, right? It will print 3. So it will very hard to write 100 lines of code. So instead of writing manually, we can simply use a loop. Python provides us with two main types of loop, like a for loop and a while loop. So we will explain both in detail, along with some of the additional features like break, continue, or else with loops. So let's get started. But about for what is loop understanding? A loop is like programming construct that allows us to execute a block of code multiple times based on a condition. Loops are useful when we want to perform repetitive tasks effectively. Uh, if we want to process all the elements in a list, iterate over a range of numbers or keep checking a condition until it becomes a false, we use loops. Python supports two types of loops, as I told you, for loop and while loop. As a for loop, it used when we want to iterate over a sequence like a list, tuple, string, or a range of numbers. We already covered a list, tuples in our previous video. As you can see, we iterate. So let's say I want to make new. We are making one list. Let's say banana and fruits in that cherry. So for fruits in fruit, fruits in fruit, print fruit. Okay, control S, control run. As you can see, we have the apple, banana, and cherry. Now let's try with another loop with range. Like we talk about the counting numbers, right? So for I in range, let's say 1 to 100. Let's say 1 to 20 and print our I, control S, comment out this line of code. So we'll get the perfect result here. Control S and run this code. As you can see, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like from the 19, from 1 to 19. So this is the output of range from 1 to 20. This is a fictional generated numbers like starting from 1 to 19, and because we excluding 20, and the loop runs 5 times, and on each I mean the 20 times, and each iterating I takes the next value from the range. So it from for I in range 1 to 20. So when we get the print 1 I, so it was like 1, and it again like from 2, 3, 4, 5, like. So this is the way you can also use for loop. So let's try with loop with strings. So let's say I want to add word Python for char in word. print char. Okay, and let's run this code. Characters. We will get the characters. Okay, you have to be first comment out this line of code, and then we can try to understand what we got the output here. As you can see, we have the Python Python. So it prints as a character of Python word. We will get the output of each characters of the string is exceed one time at the one at the time, and instead of the write it down manually, we can use this for loop. Uh, so we just print the character char outputs here, and you can also use while loop. So running like until the condition is false. Let's try to understand by let's say I want to make a new variable num5. So while num greater than 0, so print num, and num minus is equal to 1. So it will decrease by 1. Okay. So run this code. As you can see, we have the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have to comment out this line of code. Now you can see we will get the output of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So the loop starts from with num5. As long as num is greater than 0, it will print the num and decrease it value by 1. So as you can see, we have the this code. So once num becomes 0, the condition num greater than 0 is no longer true. So the loop will stop automatically. So next steps, I would say we also use a break statement for stopping our loop early. So the break statement is used when we want to exit a loop like prematurely if a certain condition is met. So this can be useful when searching for something in a list, or stopping exclusion when an event occurs. So let's say for num in range 1 to 10. So if num is equal to 5, so we wanna break this break. So it will exit, right? Exit the loop. It will exit the loop. So let's understand by we have to comment out this all the previous code, and run this code. As you can see, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this loop start at 1 and print numbers until the 5, and it will break from a 5, and we will not get the like total output 1 to 10. So after that we can also use continue statement, like skipping an iteration. The condition, like in this that we are going to use continue statement, and it is used to skip the current iteration of the loop and move on the next one. It is useful when we want to ignore certain values while looping. So let's start with let's comment out this first, and for num in range 1 6. So if num is equal to 3, continue, and print number. So Control S, save. You have to save your line of code, so you'll get the output here. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 4, 5. So we write the if number is equal to 3, uh, it will it will not add any it will iterate and skip this iteration when number is like 3. So that's why we got the 1, 2, 4, 5. So we can also use else with loops running the code after completion. So Python allows us to use the else statement with loops. The loops like block runs only if the loop completes fully without encountering a break. So let's try to understand what that mean is that. So for I in range 1 4 and print I, or else we want to print loop is finished. So let's say loop finished. So we'll get the output of 1 2 3 and loop finished. As you can see, we have 1 2 3 and loop finished. So if the loop executes fully, Python runs the else block after the loop ends. However, if the loop is exit with break, the else block doesn't execute, right? We also have nested loop here. So for that nested loop, oops. So for I in range 1 4, for j in range 1 2 3, I want to print uh, let's say I want to print in curly brackets I and j is equal to. So we will get the output of I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, and I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, and more value we'll get. Let's try to understand by uh, first of all save this code, and we have to comment out this code, this line of code, and now we can run. So as you can see, we have I is equal to 1, j is equal to we made one mistake here, and save this file and run this code. And as you can see, we have I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, and j is equal to 2. So these types of we can use each values of I, and the inner loop runs through all the values of j, which will create the nested iteration. So when we use which loop we use in our Python code. So use we can use for loop when you want to want to know the number of iterations or the iterating over a sequence. We can use while loop when you need to know like running until the condition becomes a false. We can use break to stop a loop early, and for continue, we can use continue for skip a particular iteration. So these was the all the loops that I wanted to share in this video.